Welcome to Trade Pro. I got the first entry on the small account challenge for Bybit, and I'll kind of go over the reasons that I entered this trade. So the first thing I noticed was the hidden divergence. So there was a lower high on price, but a higher high on RSI. So I kind of drew that in for you. Then I was waiting because price was actually above the 200 EMA here. Price is in an overall downtrend though, so I was looking for a continuation down. And essentially, I just waited after I found that hidden bearish divergence for closing below the 200 EMA. And the next thing I wanted to see was this to break. So once I saw a close below this line, and then another candle that fully closed outside of it, and then a retest, I got my limit order filled and then set up all my trade stuff. So, stop right above this swing high. And then I'm targeting the lows here, which is just over a 1 to 1.5 risk reward ratio. So before I enter a trade, I always want to make sure that the risk reward ratio is favorable. So if this was any higher, I probably would not have entered this even with the conditions being met. So this is actually more like 1 to 1.6 risk reward ratio. That's what the trade is. And I'm going to move the stop now because price has gone enough in my favor that I can bring it down, lessen my risk. I'm just going to bring it down to the 200 EMA area. And so this kind of shows some more insight into other things that you can employ into your trading tactics. So once you are able to become completely emotionless, then you can start doing a lot more with your trading. But until you have fully conquered your emotions and you can really see the market for what it is without letting your emotions blur what's going on, I would recommend sticking with something that's fully objective. Like I wouldn't recommend you taking this line here and acting like that means anything. I would just stick to fully objective approaches, especially as you're just getting started for any newbies, because you're going to let those types of things mess with your mind. It's going to cause you to make errors in your trading decisions. So that's just my 2 cents on the matter. But anyway, I can probably just leave this video on for a sec here just to see if this target gets hit. I don't know if it's actually going to be hit, of course, as no one ever knows what's going to happen next in the market. I suppose unless you have $1 billion that you're ready to just inject into the market, then you kind of have a good idea. But even then, who knows that there's not another guy with $1 billion sitting on the other side, or a guy with $2 billion sitting ready to sell. So you never know, unless you are the richest person in the world. All right, as you can see, I was just very patient and let it play out, and my target got hit. So really nice trade, fully played out. And I like to place my orders around these areas because typically price likes to go where there's lots of stop losses, and I'm assuming there were a lot of stop losses down here. So I can make the assumption that my target is going to be hit. And notice how I didn't panic when price went up here. I just waited and let my system do its job. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a nice night.